Hey you guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, hey girl. Let me eat this before it starts to get nasty. Y'all, this is rice pudding, Señor Rice. Arroz con leche, con leche. Yeah. I'm in the car because I get a little loud when I speak. And it is kind of early. Well, it's not early, but it is kind of early. So I don't want to be making too much noise. And honestly, I'm still a little shy. So like, I'm so used to being by myself when I present you guys things that I was like, okay, let me just come in the car because nobody's in the car. I can talk my talk and walk my walk. So, today's video is going to be about how to get closer to God, how to start a relationship with Him. And it's so simple. It's not as hard as people make it. People think it's like a whole, what you call those things? What is it called? Maze. Was that right? Maze? Huh? You want to come in here? I'm doing my video. You just got to be quiet. Folks! Special guest. Say hey.
What's up?
Too cool. Like I was saying, people think that it's so hard, like it's just these obstacle courses and whatnot to get this relationship with God, and it's not. It's so simple and it's so easy. Before we get started into this video, like, comment, well no, you can't comment about nothing yet, but like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. So you're a distraction. How about you come up here? My audience do not want to see you back there slurping. The first thing to do to get closer to God is to pray. Prayer is as small as talking to God. Prayer is what it is. Like, you're just talking to God. You're praying. You're expressing how you feel. You're being vulnerable. You're talking. You're letting it all out. I know when I was younger, the way we used to pray, it used to be like a certain prayer that you would say. For instance, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You know, that's a rehearsed type of prayer that's already just like written. As you get older, yes, I still say that prayer, but then I add on my things. I add on just conversation with God. I started to realize that this is not a rehearsed thing. Like, okay, yes, you say your regular prayer, but now let me talk to God. Let Him know how I'm feeling. Let Him know, you know, the things that I'm going through, the things that I'm struggling with. Let Him know the things that I'm happy about, the things that I'm thankful about. You know, regular conversation. That's all He wants, is regular conversation. God doesn't want His relationship with you to be like a rehearsed thing. He wants it to be very casual, very flowy, if that makes sense. So just regular talking. Hey God, how you doing? I'm doing good. God, I'm feeling like this today. I don't know about this, God. I'm unsure about this, God. Today I got into it with my friend, and God, I don't even know how to handle this situation. How would you handle this, God? That's how I talk to Him personally. You know, everybody talks to God differently. That's how I talk to Him, as a friend, as my best friend. Like, I talk to Him as my closest friend. And that brings me into number 2. Let God be your bestest friend, your bestest friend in the whole entire world. Just like how you want to talk to your homegirl or your homeboy about a situation, it's the same thing you need to talk to God about a situation. Before you talk to your homeboy or your homegirl about this situation, consult it with God. Because your homegirl and your homeboy might tell you something that you want to hear, but God is probably going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, but it's going to be the best decision, or the best advice, I should say, that you'll get is from Him. I feel like sometimes we run to so many other things. We run to friends, family members, and yes, I'm not saying don't run to them, but sometimes you just need to run to God and let God know what's going on. That is going to help you build your relationship with God. It's like a friendship. Think of a friendship that you have with your bestest friend. How did you guys become best friends? You guys became best friends because you guys spent so much time together. You guys became best friends because you guys told each other secrets, and you guys got to see, okay, I like how you move. I like your character. I like how you behave. I like that I can tell you something and you keep my secrets. I like this. I like that. And then you build this bond in it, you know, you build a deeper bond as years go on, and now you guys are the bestest of friends. That's the same thing with God. Nothing is different. In the beginning, you might be really skeptical about developing this relationship with God. Like, I don't know. But then as you see his character and you start to, my next reason I'm going to get into, but you start to read his word, start to understand him, start to figure him out, start to see, oh my gosh, his character is the best character. It's like you start to trust him more. You start to build more faith. You start to build more belief. My third advice would be to read his word, because you won't be able to know God fully until you know what he's about, until you know his character. It tells us in the Bible, whatever you read, if it's the Quran, the Torah, whatever you read to understand who God is, do that. Read about him. You'll start to figure out, oh my gosh, God is like this. God saved this person. God did this for him. Now I know he could do that for me. You know, God is love. God is patience. God is kind. God is so sweet. Like, he's this amazing, kind person. You start to figure out his character, and that is going to want to make you, Micah, all this coughing in the video, that is going to make you want to have a relationship with him. I'm like, who is this God? What is this God about? So reading his word is so important. Knowing what he's about. Like, how are you gonna know who somebody is if you don't read? If you don't read, it is written, and we just have to read it. Just like how you gotta read a person out. You gotta see how the individual operates. It's the same thing. My fourth and my last thing would be, if you cannot read the Bible in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little hard to read the Bible. You know, sometimes you don't feel like reading the Bible. Sometimes you might not even understand what the Bible is saying. What is it talking about? You know what I'm saying? Start off with getting a devotional. I'll put one of my devotionals, well, two of my devotionals that I read down below. Ladies that watch my channel, if you want to get this devotional, it's the small devotional on hand. Take it wherever you want to take it. Read it. You know, it gives you a little small scripture, then it tells you the lesson behind the scripture. Start off with that, something as small as that. Start to train your mind to, you know, understand these devotionals. Start off with something as small as like going on YouTube and typing in, you know, a little Bible study. You know, if you cannot go to church, it's church services everywhere on the internet. I recommend Transformation Church, Stephen Furtick, Tim Ross, all amazing pastors that'll help you understand it. It, like, honestly will dumb it down for you. There's nothing wrong with dumbing down anything, especially when you're trying to know who God is. You want to kind of break it down to me, because I need this to be broken down. I don't do the whole complex thinking, especially when it comes to me knowing about God and learning about God. Just keep it real simple with me so that I can understand, you know, what's going on. Those are my 4 tips on how to get a closer relationship with God. If you do all 4 of those things, pray, read the word, get a devotional, treat them like that's your best friend, your biggest fan, your bestie for the restie, okay? No, for real, your bestie for the restie. Just talk to him. I would say, I personally would say, start off with just talking to him. Start off with just talking to him. Tell him everything, things that you probably haven't told nobody. Just letting it all out, because he already knows what you done. He knows every single thing that you done. So you might as well just let it out to him. Get free, feel free. Once you pour out, once you release, you don't necessarily have to talk to somebody about it. You can literally just release it into the atmosphere. God hears it, and it's like freedom. Freedom comes when you release things, that you built up. And once you see God start working for you, he's not always going to work for you when you want him to work for you, but he's always on time. He's always hearing what you got to say. And sometimes it's hard. I'm telling you right now, it's hard to believe that he hears you all the time, because sometimes you want things done now and it still hasn't happened yet. You still have to talk to him. I'm telling you this right now. I'm letting you know, because it's going to be times when you think he's not listening. It's going to be times when you think he's not hearing your prayers. He's not hearing what you want him to hear. What I will say is continue to grow your relationship with God. Continue to have faith. Continue to build faith and a relationship with him, and he's going to start showing you left to right. I was hearing you. I was hearing you. You just have to wait on his timing, because he knows when he wants to put that in your life. He knows when he wants to give you that. So he just wants you to develop this relationship, develop this endurance, develop this faith that's untouchable, this believing that things can happen when it don't even look like it can happen. It's a certain, relationship that you will start to have the more that you start to indulge in him. I hope that this helps some of you guys to figure out where to start. Start by just talking to him. Then start to get a devotional. Start to read the word. Slowly but surely you will get to where you want to get to. It's all about consistency. So you have to stay consistent with him. Sometimes you might not read the Bible, but if you prayed, if you got in that devotional, if you talked to him that day, then okay, next day, let's incorporate the Bible. Let's incorporate whatever book that you read to connect to your higher power. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this video was beneficial. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna start back with my spread the word, spread the love. That is going to be, I don't know why I stopped doing it, but we gonna get back to it, okay? We spreading the word and we spreading the love. Share with your friends, your family, share with somebody that wanna get close to God. And we gone.